Everything else they've done.
Damn. I don't know. I haven't been in a space a long, long period of time, relatively. So I don't know, but I am familiar with the Pearly Things situation and how a lot of people is on the opposite end of that. I am familiar with the Montgomery brawl situation, how a lot of people is on the opposite end of that. And I've been very, very consistent. It's crazy because I caught a lot of slack behind both of those situations. You know what I'm saying? What's right is right to me and what's wrong is wrong. Like, and then people bring up all these obscure and obsolete cases around the country that you've never ever heard of, or you don't even know what's going on, to say, why have you spoke on that, or why have you spoken this? Well, the reason why I'm speaking on this is because there's an exorbitant amount of people basically doing a Salem witch trial on this young man that's 17 years old, who's been doing most things right. He helped save a life, for God's sake. Have we no dignity? Have we no decorum? Have we no anything? It just don't make sense. The man helped save a life. Why is there
Is
why
on that
is there
point.
no hold on real quick? Why is there no grace? No mercy? Why? I don't get it.
Empathy.
Empathy
So
was a great word.
on that point is, and maybe we can get this for the record. Maybe we can go around the panel and get it for the record. Two things: what we would like to happen, what we would like the outcome of the trial, because we know it's going to go to trial, and what we think, what we predict is likely going to happen. So I'll start. I would actually like the guy, the young gentleman, to get probation. You know,
Okay.
and I
Mm-hmm.
actually think he's going to get probation. I don't
Okay.
think he's going to serve time. I think he's going to get probation, and actually would want him to get probation. I don't want him to think to get off scot free. I think that would send a wrong message, and he needs to be on probation. I think, just to change his ways in some ways. You know, he defended himself, but that's my what I would like, and that's what I also think is likely to happen.
Okay. So Smitty, since you haven't said nothing next, what do you well, someone said they would like for you to sit down for 15 minutes. And my man JD 1975 said he did this to you. He would like for you to sit down. Well, he really said he would like for you to shut up, is what he really said. So I'm gonna say what he said. Shout out to JD, and he gave you 15 minutes cash kiss. Just salute to you. You should have
To
met.
you, so salute.
You shouldn't have messed with him.
It's
But thank
money
you.
to you.
Thank you. Hey, my man. What say you, Smitty? What say you? Do you want to answer that question? Shout out to JD. Thank you, bro. He said he's scoping, and he said pew 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 pew, bang bang bang. Don DeMarco,
All right,
bring
so
yourself back. He can't. You know he can't bring himself back.
all
Jesus,
right, so
don't.
y'all can hear me. You can hear me
Yes,
nice and clear. All right,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
cool.
Yes. Sir.
Yeah, just like I said in the chat earlier, sir. We are very much alignment with this one right here. Um, so first and foremost, for those who don't know how law and things work, you have a lot of circumstances in life where what happens is he said he hopes he get probation. Do you know what he's in the prospects of being? An NFL star. That's going to destroy that. Anything he ever wanted to do, the probation will kill that. It crushes it.
Good. Okay.
So just to even say he should go ahead and get probation for being approached, I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me at what point did he go to them. You got to know how law works. What it all comes down to, the crust of it is to the crux of it is either intent or initiator. Who initiated? The brothers themselves even said that, yeah, me and my brother approached him. everything that's taking place is all a slow, slight buildup. And that's why the others are so damn nervous. Oh, they are biting nails and toenails because they know that this is not, it ain't about to work out good. So no. What do I want to happen in the case, sir? He should be acquitted completely, 100%. And not only should he be acquitted, he should be reimbursed for his trauma. That's
So
what should take place.
let me ask you a question. So as far as bringing the knife to school on a
Right.
school event, what are your thoughts? Is that there's no, you don't think that there should be no culpability on his behalf for bringing a knife to a school event?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. All right, so I'm gonna say school event, yes. State of Texas, man, that's so tough. It's Texas, bro. Everybody keep talking about a knife in the state of Texas.
But
The only other state I know is just as vicious, equally in that sense, and maybe a few others is Florida. It's Texas.
Smitty, let me just interject here for a second. Imagine he has to bring a knife to school at a public event. And
Right.
look at how it is that everybody's is going after his family now. Was he not that
Exactly.
it makes me think like, was he not warranted to bring a knife to that
Now watch this.
thing?
Watch this.
Again, I'm not condoning the action. I'm not
Right.
condoning, what happened. I'm not condoning any of that stuff, but it just makes you think that you have to imagine a young kid that is a good kid has to bring a knife to school to protect himself. And then the shit pops off, and then he's literally showing you without saying anything exactly what it is that he was trying to protect himself from.
You are smack on point. Now watch this, even to add on to, only to add on to. I made the example when I was speaking about in the very same. Now watch this, right? I want everybody to peep something, even us as content creators, whatever. Bruh, I have still been waiting to see who's going to talk about the school shooting over there in the exact same state. But guess what?
Hmm.
It was all of us who were involved. The others weren't involved. Guess what? His initial bond was set at 1 million. The black one, the black sister, one of our own, who made an absolute reasonable judgment because he's not a flight risk, because he's not a threat to society. That is what bonds are based upon. Okay, as somebody who knows personally, I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is. Shit, I'll teach you. It's all good. So since we know this, right? Since we know this, oh, far from my apples and oranges. I got you. No, it's not. See, what it is this. There is something that's pressed out here. Why was it that when it was at an all-black school, and watch this, there wasn't a knife involved, there were guns 2 times in a row, back to back? You know who the second school Blickier got for doing it the year after? A $600,000 bond. I'm about to land it. Let's really think about that. So when we do it to our own, right, the bond is lower. So when we have this incident from an individual, when he says, I want him to get probation to change his life, what you mean change the fact that he's already a star athlete? He's already well educated. This incident did not happen on a corner. This incident happened on school property. So regardless of what happened, that means that we know the places that he frequents. Everything adds up to, y'all need to really chill with one of those who, yeah, you know how I always say I don't claim most you niggas. I claim that one right there. That's mine. That's mine right there. That's nephew. That's nephew. And I'm right there with him. And I don't want to hear nothing from nobody about it. Period. So when you say apples and oranges, to land it, when you say apples and oranges, right? It's all fact. Now, even with these young brothers, guess what? They didn't go into the school and try to end off everybody. They went in there because they had a personal beef, something that we know that happens in our schools. That's why, like I said, here, we got metal detectors in schools out here in certain areas. We all know anybody who come from any hood, wherever you at, Detroit, Daryl, Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Izzy, wherever you from. Everybody know about them areas and them schools that got metal detectors for that reason. We got it here too, bro. So if you ain't never lived that life, and you know what I find fascinating, everybody who has the most to say is everybody who was the most disconnected. You've never had that real life experience. You've never had that flash and that blink of a moment when you had to make that decision. You don't know what that's like.
I can't say everybody. That's not
I'm
necessarily.
not saying everybody, bro. I said
You just
usually
said it,
people
yeah.
who have something to say, look, like the pastor dude who was talking about it. Izzy, this dude sitting up here talking, you can tell, bro. Man,
What pastor do? Who you talking? What you talking about?
All I can say is can I say a name? I don't know, because I know you.
Yeah,
You know,
what pastor do?
O'Shea. On O'Shea John, it was a pastor guy he pulled up, and he's like a. I mean, not like he's like a right wing like kind of guy. He one of them type. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's one of us that's like all the way that way. Shout out to CT, but basically on that type time, right?
Okay.
So he went on ahead and he was just saying how like why y'all letting loose a murderer and everything else. And I'm saying to myself, y'all not understanding how law works. Y'all keep complaining about this young man being able to fight his case free. Only thing I gotta say is that is how far gone we are in this. Don't nobody know how to see anything from there, from somebody else's perspective. If that was you, if that was one of your own, if that was your family, I don't care where you from or anything. Once you hear that, you're going to be happy to hear that about your own. You're going to happy to hear that they have a fighting chance.
All right. But this, hold on, man, hold on, because you
Period, right?
really, I get you, I hear you. But this is the thing, right? We can't. The thing is this, right? Yo, man, this is it's challenging because it's not. I don't think as extreme as you do in this particular case. I think that he was wrong for it until other evidence comes out and says he absolutely had no other choice but to pull out the knife. I think that he was wrong for using the knife. I really do, right? And I think that that was extreme of him using the knife. Right now, I can't speak to Carmelo's fear level or what he felt. So there's the little bit of grace for that. But at the very minimum, I do think that he should uh get, you know what I'm saying, maybe a little time, maybe 5 years, maybe suspended, being that this is his first time. And maybe maybe he does get supervised probation with restitution and some community service. I think that that's fair, right? At the same time, I'm not gonna make it seem like he's totally innocent and he doesn't have any culpability in this case at all. He does have some culpability in this case. And if we put ourselves in both people's shoes, like I don't want my kid getting stabbed by somebody and passing away as a result of it. I don't want my child to face that, right? I don't want my child, but now here's the other side of that. I teach my child to keep his damn hands to himself. I teach my child to mind his own business. I teach my child to don't get in other people's business and don't get in other people's face and do not be trying to bully people. I absolutely teach my kid that, right? So there's that too. What say you, Crown, on this, man? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I genuinely don't have an opinion on it simply because I don't know enough about it. I don't know
Okay.
what the conversation was between the two boys initially. I don't know what was the history between those boys because apparently this has been going on for a while. I don't there's so much that I need filled in for me to actually make a genuine decision. Do I think that he was wrong for poking the kid? Absolutely. Do I think that he was wrong for bringing the knife to school? Absolutely. But in the same token, part of me is also saying that I understand. I'm not saying that I condone it, but in the same token, yeah, I understand. Growing up as a kid in Brooklyn, New York, you got to do
Right,
what you got to do. Like
right.
I
Can I
respect it.
say one thing to
Hey,
that?
hold
Brother
on,
Crown? I'm
real
sorry.
quick. Let
My bad
him
is, go
finish.
ahead. When the opportunity presents itself. Thank you. I just want to
Yeah,
respond before we go too far.
hold on. Go ahead, Crown. Yo,
Yeah, so
brother, either stay on camera, please, or Stay down. 1 and 2, please, brother. Go ahead, Carm.
No, so that's where I stand. I don't know. I just find like a lot of people think they're YouTube Johnny Cochran's, where everybody has an opinion as to what it is that needs to be done, and everybody want to talk about what should have happened, this, that, and the third. But we can all talk about that from the bleachers after the fact, or in hindsight is 2020. But in the same token, in the heat of the moment, when it is the adrenaline is pumping, and you don't have situational awareness in a situation, and you see two brothers coming after you, and there's a 2-on-1 situation. Again, there's way too much information that I need to figure out first before I make a decision. But again, that's where I stand. I'm still waiting.
No doubt. Go ahead, Smitty. What did you want to say?
Appreciate it. No, I was just going to say, the main thing that I'm really focused on more than anything is a lot of it is really what Crown said too. And that's my main thing. Like, we even call them on the streets jailhouse lawyers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Google, YouTube lawyers. It's all the same. It just be switching and flipping up. And so my main thing is, when we try to make too much determining factors, like when this story first came out, I chilled. I waited at least about a week or two before I said anything. I wanted to sit back and look. So in a nutshell, I have seen circumstances like this. So I would ask you guys, 2-part question. I'm gonna shut up to land it. One, generally, like say a war vet, right? Comes back, shell shock, PTSD, whatever you want to call it, and they have an incident and somebody's hurt. Those war vets who actually are not sent to prison or whatever, what do they go by and why? Right? So wait, and I'm gonna land it right here and you all can respond to the whole thing. So I just want to nutshell it and digress my mic and mute it. So we know what that is, right? So in this circumstance, everybody keeps on saying it's extreme for him to pull a knife out. It is recorded and said that where he is, our kind is not too welcomed in that particular area in Texas. That's one of them areas. I won't say sundown town, but it's one of them. We go through over there. You go over there, you're gonna go through a little bit of that, if not a lot, if you live there long enough. So how much are we looking at as far as when you say extreme? Okay, how do we know what that man what that young man's past has been? Don't like, so all I'm saying is, do you not think that to find out what has he gone through before, or what has his family maybe gone through? You don't know what it is in his community, from a best friend, anybody. You don't know who's passed away, that he had an incident very young, anything. All I'm saying is, and again, to compliment what you said, Crown, and landing it right here, you're right. We do need to stop trying to be Google lawyers and stuff. I agree. Leave that to the lead attorney. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. But yeah, bro. Has anybody thought of that before we say it's extreme? Do you know what he's gone through? Those same kids that pack a gun in them schools, is it extreme?
All right, hold on. So shout out to Ogun Network coming soon. Smitty, $1 bond are common in Texas for the M charge. All right. Shout out to that. Thank you very much, Ogun Network coming soon. Hold on. $1 million bonds.
Oh, 1 million. Oh.
Yes, $1 million bonds. Yo, thank you very much. Yo, we just need 19 more people, at least $5 a piece. Y'all support the show, support the stream. Help us reach our goal today. Dope discussions deserve dope donations, compensation for the conversation. Let's do good business. All right. Let me welcome some more people in the building before y'all answer that. Give me 1 second. Shout out to Romello, Bandit Romello. The currency conversion takes 3 days. He's almost back. You're almost back. Hold on. You got a couple more minutes. Telebell said, an NFL star? Bro, stop. The chances of that are slim to none. Let's be honest here. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he's small. He's really small for an NFL star. I'll be honest with you. Free Zone Lou said he's already expelled, so the NFL is a no-go anyways for the most part. Yeah, there's other routes, but you're right. Calvin Mello 747 Badcott said he get charged for the knife. You don't leave with clean hands. Yeah, he'll probably at least get charged for the knife. I give you that. If it in fact was a knife, and that's what I'm saying. There's some more details we don't know. Hey, slim to none. and Slim left the building a long time ago. Shout out to Ogun Network coming so. What's up, Marston? Corbell said, I have to take up for my peeps. That was just craziness. What was that? What do you mean? Who are you taking up for? I'm confused. Google Scholar said, Romello. King Mike's World said, if anything, he'll probably get in trouble for bringing the knife, but that's probably 2 years probation. Yeah, I think so too. I think that knife, if it in fact was a knife, I think that's going to be the thing that's going to get him in trouble. That's going to be the thing that's going to bring the charge, if anything. King Mike's World said, I live in Texas, and I know how the law get down. And believe it or not, Texas is pretty fair. Okay, shout out to King Mike. He said Texas is pretty fair. Shout out to that. We'll see. Black said, this is about claiming self-defense, not beating a redrum charge. All right. Real quick, Jayla, if you could don't mind, mute back for me. I appreciate it. I'll get you in a second. Miss Alama said, none of our opinions matter on the case. It's all going to come down to the jurors. Yeah, that's a fact. But this is the thing. People's public opinion can sway the jury before they even get selected. There's people that want to be on this trial and will lie in order to get selected. Let's just be honest. You know that. Truth over emotions. What's up, family? When these same instances happened before social media, people in every city in America wasn't up in arms about because they didn't watch the news daily. Now smartphones just bring more awareness. 100. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Listen, if you want your comments highlighted in red besides your first comment, make sure that you support the show, support the stream, either through the Cash App or through the Super Chat. Help us reach our goal today. What's up, MJ? He had academics, not just football. Yes, he did. He was a 3.7 GPA student. Also, he's captain of the football team and captain of the track team. But yes, he had a 3.7 GPA. He was a smart, and he helped save a life. Can we keep saying that? He helped save someone's life before. How many people can say that? He helped save a life. You heard? So let's don't do that. Let me just see where you at, Cash Kid. Even let me see what time it was. All right. What say you on the subject, Jalen? You wanted to say something, bro?
Yeah. Probably you will not have to repeat the grade again. Probably next year.
I don't think. He won't have to repeat the whole grade. He won't have to repeat the whole grade. Thank you very much, Family 6. I appreciate you. Oh, I mean, Deshaun 86. Thank you, family. I appreciate you, Deshaun. Because of Deshaun 86, Cash Kid, you welcome back, Cash Kid. Deshaun 86. Thank you so much, family. Because of you, Deshaun 86, we just need 18 more people, at least $5 a piece. Y'all help us reach our goal today. Help us reach our goal. Thank you so much to Deshaun 86. Yo, Dara, you look like you wanted to add in on this before Cash Kid go on his rant. Give me 1 second, though.
Thanks, man.
It don't matter what the situation, I'm just tryna climb any obstacle a nigga facing. See it through in due time. It's a marathon, you gotta pace it. You can't press rewind, you get left behind. Just grind and the rest be fine. No matter what the situation.
Yo, what do y'all think about the people who's actually apologizing to the family on behalf of Black people? Darryl, I'm gonna start with you. What do y'all think about that? This group of people who's actually apologizing to the family on behalf of all Black people.
A lot of these niggas been coons, Izzy. They've been coons since day one. You feel me? This goes back a long time ago, bro. Like, you feel me? I don't know if you rock with the old man, Jesse. You know what I'm talking about? I want to say his whole name.
The JP, like the one, the initials with JP. Okay, I know who he is, but nah, it's I take it as a joke. I think he got to be trolling. I ain't no way nobody could be really that spineless.
You think so? No, I don't think he was joking, bro. I think he mean what he said. Like him and some people from our sector. I remember when they went to Dr. Phil. You remember the episode?
Yes, I know he's you're true. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yes.
Right? And they were saying that black men don't build nothing. That white men build everything, and we need to stop having black boys, which I thought that was something we didn't like, right? And even Dr. Phil was like, that's some goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like even Dr. Phil was like this is real goofy. And the other white man there was like, yeah, no, this is complete false. African Americans play a vital role in basically keeping America going. But it was the black dudes that was there, you know what I'm saying? JP, AD, the people that was there, everybody know who was there. And they always been who they are. Like this, for me, it's like waking up and seeing the sun in the morning. It's not a surprise. What a surprise for me really is y'all reactions to it. That's why I said yesterday, I said I'm proud of y'all niggas. Because it's really about time these niggas get called out. You feel me? And I'm waiting to see if y'all take it to the next level.
What's the next level in your mind? I'm scared to ask. What's the next level in your mind?
I would love to see video reactions. I would love to see niggas get called out. And one thing that like me, if I came on her and I said, Crown, you shouldn't date no baby mamas. You should never simp. I think that he's going to expect me to if I'm giving that advice to have that principle in my actual life. We're going to need to start holding niggas to certain stuff. Hey, bro, you can't talk about baby mamas if you dating one. You can't say she a hoe if she got kids. If if people in your family are under those same circumstances, we can't do it no more, bro. It got to be some consistency in real life. That's why Kron come over here and spend money the way he do, because in his real life, you know what I'm saying, he make money. So when he come on here, it's a reflection. Only a few people can talk to him without being booted. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very,
We gotta do that, bro. We
very,
gotta
very
do
few,
that.
very few, very few, very few.
Like Izzy, that's like if somebody come on here and be like, man, they Crown a bum ass nigga. He wearing purple. He must be soft. Like that's feminine. We know him enough to know what's gonna happen next. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Oh, ain't
But
that bad? God damn.
nah, don't worry about it. It's all good, man. Don't never
No,
change.
but
Jesus
can
Christ,
I?
my
Can I?
brother.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead. What did you say, Crown? Go ahead. What did you say?
I just wanted to add something to what Daryl was saying.
Yeah.
This is I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is more of that black men are not supposed to have an opinion type stuff.
Mhm.
Whereas you remember how there was this big hoopla about black men voting for Trump and this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
I am saying that we we are not we are not a monolith where it is that just because everybody is going along with it automatically has to be a race thing. That we can't just pull back and say no. Let's see his humanity, just like you would do it for a white kid or a small hat kid or an Asian kid or whoever.
Hmm.
Let this black man get a free a fair trial. You
Right.
understand me? Just like everybody else is deserving to get it, he should be able to get that too. And that is and the fact that we are getting so much backlash for that is more of the a testament to um we not having the ability to have our own opinion on certain things. And
Right.
I
And a
find
lot.
it's
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, finish. And now
No, and I just find that I just find that just like the politics thing, the opinions of black women, the this, that, and the third, we should be able just and this is another thing, like so many people going in on somebody else having a different opinion. It was like what I said in the chat room. That is not free speech. The way to beat somebody saying something that you don't like is not like what I would typically do, boot somebody off the thing. But if I'm in real life, the way to beat free speech is with more speech and speech that is better. So if it is that your opinion stands and it stands 10 toes down, then your opinion will automatically beat mine regardless of what it is. But the moment you come at me with this, it's almost like an incel kind of behavior where it is that I can't have my own opinion about something. It's like the same thing with what's it, the sexual marketplace value, where
Yes.
your version of a nine must be my version of a nine and all this other bullshit. No,
Right.
every man is allowed to have his opinion, and we
Yes.
we we are allowed to have the opinion of saying we need a little bit more information, and we also need to make sure that this young man has his day in the court just like anybody else. We're not just automatically jumping on it because it's a white versus black thing. No, give him his moment in the sun.
Exactly. And that's the
I,
thing, Crown. That's the exact thing. That's a bar, right? And this is the thing, right? So they was trying to make it seem like I was trying to tell them what to think or what to feel. And I'm like, nah. The only thing I'm asking you as a courtesy to another brother is don't call him an animal, don't call him a hoodlum and a hooligan and a degenerate and whatever else version of that. And you are a influencer with a lot of influence. So instead of doing that, like, yo, listen, if you think that he's guilty, and like my man Bishop J. Jermaine was thinking he's guilty, and he said it, and I don't have no pushback for Bishop. I'm like, yo, I don't see that. But as long as you ain't trying to downgrade the dude because of the race that he has, or because of, oh, well, you know how niggas do, and niggas do this and niggas do that. That's crazy.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It don't
yeah.
have nothing to do with any race, anything else for me. Like, it's like, yo, like you said, give him a fair shake. Let him go to court, let him face a jury, and then let the law and the process be the process. That's all I'm saying. Not that I got to trust the process, but at least let him get to the process and let's go from there. Jesus, like, well,
But
y'all are already daggone trying to lynch him up before he even get there.
But I'm also saying too, I'm also saying that if it is that you put a kid in a situation where it is that he be judged by 12, then be carried by 6, and he walks around with a poker in his bag, you got to look at our community.
Yeah.
Like this thing about, oh, we just gonna look at the fact that he just did what he did, and the boy got murked. Fine, that was horrible. But also too, we need to look at what led up to it. We need to look at the history of what happened between these kids, because it doesn't seem like it was just a one-off thing. Like something was again. Yeah, it needs you need a bigger picture. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Casket,
So
go ahead.
please, let me get in on this. Uh, First of all, shout out to Dashawn, shout out to JD, Mr. Rockout, and I'm calling a temporary truce with the Emperor, please, and the Bandit. Temporary truce.
I
You
already
can't
listened to
call
the chat. If the
So
chat don't want you to
shout
go,
out to
then
you.
exactly. You can't call no truce. If they call for you to go off with your head, man. If you got to go, you got to go. Go ahead.
I'm
Tread
calling
lightly,
for truce.
brother.
I'm
Tread
calling for
lightly.
truce.
No, no truces. Tread lightly. Tread lightly. Go ahead. We're listening.
All right. So first of all, shout out to you is because you actually answered my question, and the rest of the panel, I'm gonna have to call you out. You've done a lot of pontificating, while this question would actually give us a clear understanding of where you stand. What would you like the outcome to be, and what do you think is more likely to happen? Like, what do you want it to be? With your own preferences, we can, what do you like, what would you want it to be, and what do you think is likely going to happen, please?
Yeah, I think he should get the same outcome as Kyle Rittenhouse. I think he should get the walk free package. I don't think he did nothing
I
wrong.
was cutting off.
I just don't think Blood did nothing wrong. He was defending himself. You know what I'm saying? He a young homie. He ain't got no record. You feel me? Nobody said he was the aggressor. I think he need to get the same package Kyle Rittenhouse had the pew pew. You know what I'm saying? Izzy, remember that situation?
I'm not really familiar. I've heard people reference it, but if you notice, I
yeah,
haven't
this
talked
is
about
in
it
the
because I don't
BLM
really
rant.
know. Yeah,
So
I don't really know what
I
happened.
give you a little brief on it. Unlike Carmelo Anthony, right, who was at a track meet where he was supposed to be, Kyle Rittenhouse was a teenager, right? With
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I can say the words, but right, the first letter in every word,
Yeah.
make it up yourself. Alphabet, Rainbow Man,
Mm-hmm.
15. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So he had one of them joints, and he went down to a protest from a whole other county, and he decided to get busy, right? Now this is where how he won his case. They said that, yeah, I'm saying he got bullied. He was somebody else was being aggressive with him, so he had to defend himself. So I think he took two or three with him. Yeah, he took two with him, and he won that case, bro. He beat that case with flying colors, bro. No jail time, no nothing.
Well, I don't know. I don't know
That's
enough
what you would
details.
like.
Hold on, Cash Kid. I don't know enough details about that case, Daryl, to speak on it. Notice I've never spoke on Kyle Rittenhouse at all because I don't know anything about
Want me
it.
to drop a video in the chat for you?
Nah, you good. No,
All right.
it's not necessary. I've heard that a lot of people have covered it, but I never looked into it and covered it. Like I wasn't interested. But you know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying. There's some discrepancy. Some people say that the other people had weapons or they tried to grab his weapon. I've heard little people talk about it, but I'm not familiar with it. So that's why I haven't never spoke on it. I am sharing my scope with all of you courtesy of Izzy Band's Cash App. Yep. So if anybody wants to take the scope for him interrupting me, go ahead, Cash. Go ahead. What you gotta say, bro?
So I'm saying, good. Thank you. You answered the first part of the question. That's what you would like to happen, right? For him to get off scot-free. What do you think is likely to happen? What is your prediction?
I think he'll get probation.
In a Republican state with a Republican president, with a Republican Congress, a Republican Senate. I don't know.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. All right, KP for KC5 said the video tells it all. Rittenhouse had the AR and the white boys attacked him and he gave him the business. Okay. I'm not familiar. All right. What's up, Byron? Byron Turner. Byron Turner in the building said, what'd you say, Byron Turner? Byron Turner said, no morality. The prosecutor job is to show guilt or he ran away, which will probably harm his case. He didn't run away. Are you talking about Carmelo? Carmelo didn't run away. See, that's what I'm saying. What's up with the misinformation? Carmelo Anthony did not run away. What's up, Stan Archery? Salute. Why? See, that's what I'm saying. It's like people put out stuff like Carmelo ran away and fled the scene. No, he didn't. Yo, shout out to my man, Bandit Romello, 747. Thank you, brother. He said, what is hilarious is that I'm a black man on Tuesday and a nigga on Thursday. Yeah, because of Bandit Romello, the black man, possibly ninja. We just need 17 more people. At least possibly. That shit was hilarious. Thank you, man.
Thanks, man. I got money.
I appreciate you, family. That is hilarious. What the good people in the building. Shout out to you, Byron Turner. Exactly, Daryl Long. Young Blood didn't do shit wrong. Okay. And some of y'all believe that, and it's fine. I'm not mad at y'all if y'all believe that he didn't do nothing is wrong. I ain't mad at y'all. I don't share that same sentiment. I'll be honest with you. But I ain't mad at y'all if that's what y'all think. You know what I mean? Kim West said they definitely calling him nasty names. Yeah, that's true. To everyone, I'm broke and dusty, wearing dust jacket. Okay. Rock out, Cash Kid, JD said. What's up, Gemini 605? Gemini 605 said, I think that they're going by the way Christ would have compassion. Okay, who is that you talking about? Shout out to College Football 101. When they going to apologize for slavery? February 25th. Shout out to Deshaun86. I haven't heard an apology. Oh, well, let me play it for you. Shout out to you. Let me play that for y'all real quick. Shout out to this. This is This is the Amazing Lucas. Shout out to the Amazing Lucas. Let's play the apology. Here we go.
Soldiers coming out and apologizing for the black community. Bro, as God my witness, I kid you not. I kid you not.
On behalf of the black community, I would like to apologize to the parents of Austin Metcalf.
What?
For making a hero out of the young man that killed your son. I apologize that there are so few fathers around and so few male figures around to teach the black community about emotional discipline, about what's right from wrong, about emotional regulation.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
The same man who wanted to cry about being targeted because he was gay in the Republican Party is now coming out trying to castigate black people, trying to talk about the black community and everything. What are you talking about, sir? Huh? Then you have, I don't know who that person is.
Metcalf's funeral was, I believe, yesterday, and I just want to send an apology to his family members on the behalf of the black community, on the behalf of our racism, our ignorance, the fact that we're justifying the murder of your son in the name of race.
What?
What? They are going above and beyond. And I knew it.
So there you go. Wait. Hold on.
Nigga, what? You lost your rabbit ass mind.
Yo, so hey, yeah, there's been some people who felt like it was their right to apologize to the Austin family on behalf of all black people for the shit. Then I don't know why.
Listen. This you see this is the shit I said that we need to leave in 2024. This is content strategy, but in a bad way, because they know what they're doing is wrong. They know that they're playing the race card. They know that they're just cashing in on this bullshit. And this is wrong. And again, this has nothing to do with if it is that we know that the kid was right or wrong or this, that, and the third. But yeah, this is the type of shit that makes racism justified, if that makes sense. Like this is the shit that gives cover for actual racism.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous.
Oh my god,
it's weak and ridiculous, and it doesn't make any sense. I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, this is
They apologize for you, Darryl. What say you to their? They apologize on behalf of you and all the other Negroes. What say you, Darryl?
I think, bro. I think a lot of the times when I see men like that's doing what they doing, I just don't know how to respond to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if we should purge. I don't know what the response should be. But what I do know is this. When not just women like my wife, but other women, when they talk about weak black men, look no further than those niggas right there, cuz.
Nah, those are weak black men. That's a fact.
You feel me?
Those are weak black males. They're not even men. They're less.
He didn't apologize to Carmelo mom when they was, you know what I'm saying, issuing death threats. You know what I'm saying? And she a woman, she ain't had nothing to do with it. You feel me? Like, you decide to issue an apology to the white family. I mean, bro, it's just clear sucker shit. You know, and I agree with Crown. It's really a lot of CCs doing it because they want to make money. You feel me? And I think that's crazy too, that they would monopolize his death. You feel me? Which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's some Al Sharpton shit.
Yeah.
Exactly what Al Sharpton does. He comes out every time there's a black man that dies, and he makes a mint off of it and does nothing to change the black community. That's what this apology is. It literally does not feed anything, does not move the needle, does not make Carmelo Anthony's situation any better, or gives light to the death of that kid. Nothing. It does nothing but put money in that content creators thing. And if people are actually going along with this, then people are really stupid and they deserve everything that comes with it. Because that everybody should see that and see right through that. But
no doubt. Hey, Emperor Cole said, nah, they apologize for y'all. They ain't apologize for me. MF didn't apologize for me neither. I
Right.
speak for my MNF self. That's a fact.
Nope.
Me too. That's
Right.
a fact. Hey, Stan Archie said, Izzy, before a grand jury makes their decision and they then trial, they expelled him for school. Now he won't even graduate high school with 3.7 GPA. Make it make sense, fam. Tragic. Yeah, I've said that. I said that 2 days ago. I spoke on that 2 days ago. It is tragic, Stan. I agree. It doesn't make any sense. There's no making sense of stuff that doesn't make sense, right? There's no making sense of stuff that doesn't make sense. Speaking of something that don't make sense, we're almost 3 hours in and we still need 17 more people. Everybody, come on, y'all. Just throw $5 at me. Everybody throw $5 at me through the Cash App. Help us reach our goal, man. Help us reach our goal. We working hard, man, and we definitely need money to keep bringing y'all quality shows. So everybody, dig in pockets, throw $5 through the Cash App. I appreciate you because it don't make no sense. I can't make that make sense either.
Is
What? Yes.
I have to give a little pushback here, bro.
What's the pushback to what?
Okay,
Jesus.
we don't know the details of the case, of course, but the student was involved in. I'm saying we don't know the details, right?
Wait. Are you talking? Wait, are you? Hold on. Let me be clear because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Are you talking about we don't know the details of him being expelled from school? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about the incident involving the unaliving of the young students. We don't know.
Okay.
It's all it's still a police investigation, right?
Yes.
But he's a student. Yeah.
Yes.
Officially in school, I'm sure they know it as a student was involved in a violent altercation that resulted in the unaliving of another student. So, however way that takes, whether it's murder, manslaughter, you can't say that the school is just going to let it go. You get bullied in school, you fight back, and you get in trouble. So it makes sense.
No,
Well,
it doesn't.
that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't make sense because if you understand, he only had one class and it probably was an elective, if I'm not mistaken. He already was basically finished. He only had one class a day. So what they could have done was they could have allowed him to graduate because I'm sure he has his credits because it's only one more month left for school. So they could have allowed him to graduate, meaning and not walk, not go on the school campus or go to the school campus, but being that he's probably been at the same school for all 4 years, they could have mailed him his diploma because he earned his diploma. He earned his diploma. This has hold on real quick. This has absolutely nothing to do with him earning his diploma. So they could have mailed it to him. He don't have to have no connection to the school. He don't have to go back to the school ever again. He don't have to step foot in the school. They could trespass. They could even trespass him from the school to make sure he never goes back to school again. But they should have at least mailed him his diploma. He earned that.
Yeah.
I get that, Izzy, and I get. Okay, let me say this. I get that that's what you would want for him, and to your credit is you take this whole incident, you take the side of like a parent. The way I see it is like you're taking the side of like his parent, and that's what I was saying even yesterday. You're defending him as a parental figure, but
it's not
now
defending him.
as
What's
a parent,
right.
you say that.
What's right.
No,
One
I'm
don't
just
have.
saying, sorry.
No. Hold on.
I
No. Hold on. You can't come up here and tell me what I'm doing because one doesn't have nothing to do with the other. That's the point, right? Him and deleting this dude in whatever way that they see that it is. And basically the dude started trouble with him and he was defending himself. So if you don't let him go back to school, that's fine. If you don't let him walk with his class, that's fine. That's punishment enough. But at least mail that kid his diploma because that situation don't have nothing to do with the past 4 years that this kid has been earning his grades and earning his right to be a honor roll student. He earned that.
And that's the argument that a parent would bring to the school. But I'm saying this school would counter. would most likely counter with, no, this is against all our regulations and principles. It is clear you cannot be engaged in any sort of violence activity whatsoever. Even if it is one day before graduation, we're going to expel you. That's what you get my point. Like, I get your side of it. Do you at least see that the school, from the school side, they're not going to care about all of that. They're not going to look at it the same way as you, as a parental figure,
That's
looking out
not
for this young kid. You don't know.
but that's not reasonable what you're saying. That's not reasonable what you're saying. What you're advocating for is injustice. That's the point. And that's the problem, right? What you're advocating.
I'm not advocating. I'm saying, I'm
Hold
pointing
on.
it out.
Okay, what you're pointing out is injustice. And you're saying that injustice is a right for injustice to be served, and that's not the case. He hasn't even this is the problem, right? You and people like you believe in guilty before being proven. He is not in American court of law. You're allegedly innocent until proven guilty. He has not gone to court yet.
Okay, let's see things that I'm sure we can agree with.
Hold on. So, with that being said, he should not have any of his rights stripped away from him as far as what he earned, as far as a diploma. It's 1 month before graduation. He has not been found guilty of anything. He is not to be labeled as a murderer because he's not being found guilty of murder yet. So they have to let the trial and the due process take its course. That's the point. Due process has not taken its course. Do you not understand that? What's up,
Okay,
Stan?
can I?
Sure. Do you not?
Okay, I would say
hold on.
you're confusing.
Do you understand that? Yes or no?
I'm saying you're conflating things there.
No, I'm not conflating shit. Do you hold on? No.
Can I point out what you're conflating?
No, you cannot. You can answer my question first. Do you understand what I just said? Yes or no?
I understand what you just said.
Okay, cool. Yes, now
I
you good.
understand what you said. I'm saying in the court of law, in the charge that he has, which is first degree, some kind of murder. Yes, he is free and he's innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, according to that charge. But there's still court of public opinion. There's still school regulation. The school policy. In those are not the same as the law. So yes, he is still innocent according to the eyes of the law, according to the eyes of the court. But according to the school now, I'm going back to school. He is, in fact, you can't dispute this, involved in an incident that resulted in the unaliving of another student. You can't dispute those facts. You can't say that that's not facts.
Okay, that is a fact.
He even exactly. So I'm saying,
at
now,
a
according
place,
to school regulations,
at a place that was not his school. You realize that? Do you recognize that too?
Yeah, but it was a track meet. It was school activities.
Okay, but it wasn't at his school. Okay. And
but still representing the school.
And the kid that he got into altercation with was not even at his school.
I don't think that would matter actually to the school.
It was not even from his school. But this is the thing. It's the whole. Hold on. It's the whole school system that he's being expelled from. They're not accepting him in the whole Frisco school system and not accepting what he's done, which is criminal. That's what I'm saying. They're taking it outside of the school and trying to put it for the whole what they call it, ISD school system. The IFSD, the Frisco school system. And that's what the problem is. Hey, yo, if you listen, we trying to reach our goal. We need 17 more people, at least $5 a piece. Help us reach our goal, man. If you want your comments highlighted in red and you've made multiple comments, hit the super chat, hit the cash app. What's up, OGJ Speed? He hasn't been even indicted yet. That's a fact, OGJ Speed. Good to see you, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. He hasn't even been indicted yet. He hasn't even gone before the grand jury yet. We don't even know if he's going to be officially charged. He may not be charged. As crazy as that sounds, JC, is that Molly from the Holy Moly Donut Shop? No, I don't think it's Molly. It's Cash. Shout out to Jerome Autry in the building. They must not be from here. No, he's not from here. What's up, Ashe Tanisha? How you doing? I want to call you Ashe Tanasha. Hey, Ashe Tanisha, how you doing, sis? Good to see you. And he hasn't been proven guilty. That's a fact. That's what I'm saying. He hasn't even gone to trial yet. He hasn't even been indicted yet. I seen a program where the district attorney was being asked questions. I think it was about Fox News, a correspondent from Fox News. Y'all know I don't watch that shit. But they was asking him questions. He was like, hey, look, this hasn't even come across my desk yet. The district attorney said, I can't really talk about it, but it hasn't even come across my desk yet. Think about that. It hasn't even hit the district attorney's desk yet. So this is all way too premature. A lot of things that people are saying and doing is way too premature. I'm going to be honest with you, but we got to get into it.
Hey, Izzy.
Yes.
Let me tell you this. I said on the grand jury, right? And that's why the district attorney is saying what he's saying, right? They have to prepare documents and go through the grand jury. The grand jury say no is no. But let's get back to what you were saying. The guy hasn't even been grand jury indicted, and this guy earned his diploma. And I'm gonna tell you, and my brother, you know, you highlighted one of his comments, and I'm telling you, this one guy named I'm just saying JL for this. Man, we went to the senior party. I did, right? Because he was a couple of grade levels ahead. Something happened. Somebody got deleted. Man, all hell broke loose. They told him don't come back to the campus, and they mailed him his diploma because he earned that.
Yes.
While everything's going on, he earned that.
Yes.
But you're gonna say that somebody that's convicted that can go and get locked back, they can earn a GED and a college degree. That's cool.
Right.
Yeah, come on, man. The guy earned it. Man, let it play out. He ain't talking as a parent. I'm telling you what I've already experienced in life. And my brother, he can verify that. Man, they just told him don't come back to the school because it's going to be a lot of stuff. We understand the political stuff, but they mailed him his diploma, man.
Yeah,
the person earned it.
That's the least that you do. And that's what they ask. They say, hey, look, we requested that they don't expel him, that they just we say, okay, he won't walk, he won't come back to the school, he won't have no part of the school. Can you at least mail him his diploma? And they declined and expelled him anyway. And that's wrong. I'm being honest with you, that's wrong. Right. It's still being investigated by the police. The police hasn't even concluded that yet. That's a fact. The police haven't even concluded the investigation yet. That's a whole fact. Go ahead, Smitty, you want to say something, bro?
Yeah, my bad. I was getting off mute. So last time I checked, right? So I don't know what your name is, sir. In the
Cash Kid. You talking about Cash Kid? Even?
Okay. All right, yeah, Cash Kid. Okay. Sir Even, do you know over here what is the typical like rates of those who don't have a high school diploma? They do even worse than what that accident or misfortune incident was. So all I'm gonna say is I just want you to think about what you're saying. To deny him the opportunity of a diploma instantly puts him in a state of desperation. What do you think people do in a state of desperation? So now you saying he shouldn't even be allowed because you know that diploma does. You see, those years of high school are going to go. And I'm going to be quick, Izzy. Those are going to go. If you say he should not get a diploma, bruh, do you not know how many opportunities for him to be legitimate, right? And walk the right path, right? Which he has been, because that's something we know, because he's one of ours, not yours. But I'm just saying, bruh, that's going to put him in a much worse predicament, right? He's not going to be able to work. He's not going to be able to like further himself truly, because the first thing we look at is, do you have a high school diploma? So you saying he shouldn't get that means he should be effed for life. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock up.
Yo, let me read this. Shout out to my guy, Petty Pendergrass in the building. What's up, Petty P? What's going on, good brother? Good to see you. Yo, again, if y'all want your comments highlighted in red past the first time, make sure you do so through the super chat or through the Cash App. Also, if you don't agree with someone saying and you want to boot them, you could do so through the super chat or through the cash app. I need to put that in the stream elements. But technically, the school district is wrong for expelling him that fast. He hasn't been found guilty. Plus, there's an expulsion hearing before you get expelled. That's in any district across the nation. Wow, I'm not aware of that. FBA call said you actually have to pay for a GED. Yeah. My guy, Emperor Co said, and the Texas law is just like ours here in Michigan. In cases like that, you get expelled from every public school in the state. Yep. And that's what happened. So he can't even get a diploma from anywhere. Wolfpack said the parents signed off on the student handbook. It clearly states that expulsion for even being charged, his parents shouldn't have signed off on the student handbook rules if they didn't agree. Wolfpack
makes no goddamn sense.
It absolutely doesn't. That's strictly conjecture. What are you talking about? You don't even know that that's the case. And this is what y'all do a lot, and I can't stand it. In this space, you guys make up something and then you'll substantiate it by something that you just made up that you haven't even substantiated from the beginning with, right? So you'll say, yeah, if the parents didn't like the rules, they shouldn't sign the handbook. How do you know they signed the handbook? How do you know that's the case? What are you talking about? I didn't sign no damn handbook for my kid to go to school. What are you talking about?
Nope. Thank you, Izzy. Only time I ever did that when I put him in a private institution.
Exactly. I ain't signed no damn handbook. What are you talking about?
I signed a handbook for summer camp.
Right. Hey, but I just want to say salute to the panel because I came in here hot because nobody was talking. Salute to everybody on the panel.
Hey, salute
you
to
know, man. Salute to y'all, man.
Hey,
We minding through it.
Hey, Freedom 557 said a scared individual will hurt you. Leave people alone. That's a fact. And I said that the other day too. A scared person is dangerous, like for real. Calvin Cook, what's up, Calvin? The military will still draft you, GED or diploma. You want to fight? Call Uncle Sam. Nah, come on, fam. This kid was headed for more. Come on, we ain't gonna do that. Like, I mean, ain't nothing wrong if that's what you want to do. My man Stan spent an exorbitant amount of time in the military, and it's made, and we appreciate your service, man. Shout out to you. And it's made him, it's made him a great man. At the same time, everybody, that's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And Stan will be the first to tell you that. Some people it's for, some people it's not. You know what I mean? All right.
Did you see the hole in that story? He said GED or diploma. They won't take you without either one of those. Now you can't even get in with a GED. And it's hard to even get in with a high school diploma. See, that's the hole in the story. Man.
Oh, wow. They tighten up the regulations in order to be able to get in? Oh,
he said they would take you with either one, but this guy can't get either. And Emperor, salute to you. Once you expel from one institution, school, you can't go nowhere in the country. In the U.S. to go to school, they can't even put their child in the school so he can get his high school diploma.
No, I don't know about the U.S. Not in the state. It will be in the state. I don't think it'll be in the whole country. It'll be in the state.
I'm talking about this. Go ahead, Izzy.
Yeah, it's the state. Yeah, the state.
The state of Texas and Michigan. So how in the heck you gonna move your child all the way across somewhere else, right? Because other states, just like Michigan and like Emperor pointed out, they can't graduate. What are you gonna do? You gonna move your whole family somewhere, or we're gonna do the fake address stuff again so you can play sport?
They might have to do the Bel Air. They might have to do the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
There you go.
But you know what the crazy thing is, Stan? He can't even leave the state because he's on supervised probation. So that's out of the question. So they're gonna have to. Something's gonna have to give because there's too many stipulations that is gonna keep that young man. It should not be that young man's whole future and his whole life is over. That should not be the case. What's up, Alexis? She said, huh? Not in the state. They can put him in a private school, but a private school might not take most private schools are not going to accept them because of that charge, because of that charge.
Because of that offense. Like most colleges, right? You get an F on your report card if you want to. You're done.
Yeah. So that's
Can I respond to the military brother on top there? First of all, I never said that he should get expelled. You know, I'm not. I'm just saying that I was pointing out because Il said, you know, it's crazy, it doesn't make any sense, and I was just saying, hey, guys, it actually makes some kind of sense. This guy was arrested. He got into a violent altercation. According to the school, they might expel him. And I'm actually not clear because I thought you said earlier that he was actually suspended or something. And another point, I know in Tanzania, if you get expelled from the school, yeah, you can go to another private school, you can do your examinations if you haven't yet, and you can still graduate. Or you can go to like, I don't know, like some GED type thing. So I don't know. I was going to the school. I don't think it's legal for him to get denied graduating or taking an exam from the whole school district or from the whole school system. I don't think even people in prison get GEDs, so I don't think that's actually legal, right?
Yeah,
So that's what I was saying.
Easy said, Izzy, I'm not sure. And I see what you said, Easy, too, the other day. You trip. Easy said, I'm not sure. Easy said, Izzy, I'm not sure I buy this whole GPA. Of course you don't. And future story, with 1 month of school left, I don't hear rumors of all the universities he's been accepted to. Because he's fighting, he's trying to fight for trial. Like you come on, listen, think about that. If he puts that, we heard rumors of the Go Send Go money that he got that they haven't even got yet, and look what they did with that. If they leak all the offers that he got, do you not understand that that's going to be crazy? And the fact that now his graduation status is in limbo. He can't talk about no colleges, and he don't even know if he's going to be able to graduate high school. What are you talking about? He got offers, trust and believe that. But he can't talk about them because they're in limbo. And why would you talk about them when you got more than half of the country seemingly wanting your downfall and your demise?
Yeah, is he lists them, they will automatically rescind their offer. So why would he do that? He got to clear his name first. And you talking about a 17-year-old young man fighting for his life. And we talking like it's no, whatever. He can figure out a way to dig ditches for a living. Man, come on, man. That guy, man. I mean, come on, man. We got to support what we got to support. And we still waiting for the trial ourselves, right? We're not saying he's guilty or innocent or whatever, but we're like, man, let the man graduate. Can he at least get that part of it done? He's already earned that part of it. Wouldn't it be sad if he's found not guilty and he can't graduate? Oh, they're gonna retroact it? Nah, bro, that ain't how that works. He got to
Sorry,
stand on
brother,
his
just
name.
to interject. I just have to ask you this. What would you actually like the outcome to be, bro? And what do you think it's going to be? Like, what's your prediction? And what would you like it to be?
Yeah, well, that ain't what I like, man. I live in life, man, and likes get you killed. I'm gonna get you deleted. But what I would say, he's gonna graduate, right? Because they're gonna get through that. That's easy enough to get through. And he's gonna go, and the grand jury is gonna do what they got to do. And I'm like, some of the other guys, and some of the other panelists said that they're gonna try to maybe like mitigate a little bit and do a plea, and maybe you get some kind of like, well, we're gonna just go send you through some classes, right? Whatever. But he's not getting ready to sit in nobody's prison. I tell you that that's not gonna happen because that
No
would
time,
disrupt.
huh?
No, no, not in prison. No, they put him in a program, like they put everybody else in a program. Why do everybody else get to go to a program and not us? Hey man, because he's got
I
to
think
deal
so.
with that the rest of his life. He got to deal with that the rest of his life. If anybody's been on the business end of the
Yeah,
business
that kid
trigger
probably has
end,
PTSD.
it changes your life, man. And you gotta
Man,
you gotta go through things, man. I talked to Daryl about that before. Man, it changes your life. And Izzy, he understands how this thing play out. Man, but demonize this guy and ruining his whole life, man,
man,
the thing happened and it's unfortunate, right? We never didn't want to see it in our neighborhood and we don't want to see it now. But to put him in prison, yeah, okay, cool. There's another one gone. And we just happy about that. I'm never gonna be cool with that.
I agree.
So sorry, bro. So you think he's likely to get like probation or some program, right? But honestly, what would you like to happen? Like, would you
Oh, Father
actually like
Jesus,
for him
what
to
is,
just
dude?
get?
What is your, what is, why? Why are you asking this? And where's this going?
It does matter. And first of all, can you answer that question first,
No,
Crown,
no,
before I
no.
answer
I'm
you?
sick and tired of this shit.
Quickly, you better talk quick, Cash Kid.
I saw that coming.
Now, I'm just saying, Crown, why? What would you like to happen? And what do you
Man,
think is
it's
gonna happen?
like it is what it is. We are a black man living in America. What?
Okay, let me answer why I'm asking this. Because
Mm-hmm.
we've been talking, the panel has been talking about like anti-black black people, you know? And I think this question actually lets you know where a person stands. Like Easy said, he actually thinks that the kid shouldn't get off scot-free. Like he did something wrong. He agrees that he just doesn't want the kid's life to be ruined. And so he's willing for the kid to suffer some kind of probation. But I think if you really just want the kid to get off scot-free, then I think there's something about, there's some type of community deriding going on there.
Oh, well. Shout out
Well,
to my man, Crown Heights Brainiac.
I saw it coming.
Sponsor the show 2 days in a row. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Hey, Izzy, but you notice we said either way.
Wait,
we didn't say nothing about
Stan.
race.
Stan,
Go ahead,
give
bro.
me 1 second. Let me
Go
celebrate
ahead, bro.
Let me celebrate my brother, man. Hey, shout out to my man, Crown. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Crown is now
I'm not a
sponsored.
bully. I'm really not.
No, you're not. You're not. Hey, listen, man. Thank you. You done me a service, man. Jesus, I like Cash Kid, but Jesus, he tried to take over the show, and I'm just like, come on, man. I let him because I knew what was gonna happen.
God damn it, I like the way you do bit.
It don't matter what the situation. I'm just tryna climb any obstacle a nigga facing. See it through in due time. It's a marathon, you gotta pace it. You can't press rewind, you get left behind. Just grind and the rest be fine, 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 fine. It don't matter what the situation.
Yo, Crown, but it's crazy. I'm gonna let you get in there and stand after this. It's crazy that he's trying to dictate the conversation and ain't even have no investment in this. Like, we like what? Like, what do you like the other day when he trying to force us to talk about a damn court case, and we like, yo, fam, we're not trying to litigate this case, man. We're not trying to do that.
Dude, then start your own YouTube channel, man. Like,
I think he got one. I think he's trying. That must be what's happening. Shout out to you. I wish you much success, Casket, because Jesus, Jiminy Crickets, bro. You gotta find you some weaker people to try to dominate, bro. It ain't gonna happen over here. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
yeah, it's like the red pill African version.
Let me see, what's that, Darryl? What you got? What you show? What was that you show?
I said he tripping. I just grabbed the new Smash Bros. You feel me?
Oh, my son. My son to go crazy. Smash Bros came out with a new game. My son gonna go crazy. It's for the Switch.
Yes,
The
sir.
Nintendo Switch. Yeah, my son's gonna go crazy. I know he want that. So thank you for warning me, so I could try to protect him for knowing that
The
this is
controller on sale for 30. You might as well go grab that too.
for the Switch. That's a new controller for the Switch.
You might as well grab it. It's only 30. You know they usually like 70.
For real? He been
They're
doing
like,
good.
they're like 65.99. You know, whatever.
Hey, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Are you serious?
Smitty, you about to get gone too.
Yeah, bro.
Only $30.
Yeah, because I usually use this. You know what I'm saying? You just take the Switch Joy-Cons and you throw it on there. You feel me? But the Joy-Cons be coming off. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. My son is a big Nintendo head and a big Smash Brothers head. He loved Mario Brothers, man. He loved Mario Brothers. So shout out to my son. Shout out to my son. But go ahead, Stan. My fault, Stan. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, we good. we good, man. We just trying to just talk about it, and we never even brought race in it. We would have been even handed if it would have been in reverse. It's just like, man, give a person a chance, and you don't ruin people's life. I don't have anybody on the panel ever sat on the grand jury before.
Nah,
I did 7.5 years in prison.
thank God. No, that's
No,
not
I know the grand jury. I'm telling
No,
you,
no.
I never seen the biggest joke on the planet. I sat on the grand jury. You got a bunch of people in a room, and people come in and they start telling you about the case. Most people playing on their phones, and then as long as the majority of the percentage say, "Yeah, man," they didn't even hear what was going on. Hey, Izzy, I was ticked off. And I was like, man, I thought the grand jury was supposed to be some great thing and wonderful and whatever. They picked me and I was trying to get out of it, right? I was, I wrote my questionnaire and I wrote it all screwed up and all that. They said, no, we want you. You listen to a long video, whatever, and this is honorable. But then when I got in that room, man, them jokers in there setting up the hair appointments and nail appointments. It was answering phones for the job. The person comes in and they say, hey, nay, oh yeah. I was like, wait a minute. That's how everybody ended up going to court.
Well, this is the thing though. J Collins Sweet 32 says, this is a crock of shit. If the race role was reversed, I guarantee y'all wouldn't be this polite about it. Stop the absolute cap. Now, well, if all things were the same, meaning that Carmelo Anthony had a twin brother, and him and his twin brother were 6'1", 230 apiece, right? And then Austin Metcalf was 5'9", 130 to 160, and they was under the black camp. And we know how black people get down or can get down. And they was about to jump this boy and he stabbed. I promise you, we would say the same thing if they tried. But this is the thing. They, in that particular case, they would not give that boy $1 million bond. If Austin was Carmelo, he wouldn't have $1 million bond in that case. And he also would not be facing murder one. That's the problem. That's what we're saying. That's the problem. But if it was exactly the same and they was reversed, I promise you, I would be like, damn, that's messed up. Yo, how they charging that kid with that when he could have got jumped? Huh? What'd you say, Crown?
No. He's saying BLM would be tearing the streets up. All the basketball players would have had T-shirts. LOL, LMAO. Come on, stop, man. No, we are the same people that don't agree with BLM. So I don't understand what is tearing up the streets. Anyway.
Yeah. They're going on about people being wrongly deleted by the police. Like, how can y'all go by a police had his knee on a man's neck and he said, I can't breathe, and call out for his mama, have the knee on a man's neck for like 6 minutes, and then y'all want to compare that? How can you compare that to a man who has his hands up in the air and a police deletes the kid execution style in the middle of the street with his hands in the air? How can you compare that to someone going in allegedly the wrong house and deleting the person in the wrong house? Like, yo, fam, the problem is, how can you compare that with someone going for a morning jog, just jogging, and then somebody decide to delete? Like, yo, the problem is the disparity be real crazy. See, what y'all keep failing to realize is, like it, hate it, or love it, Austin started the confrontation. Austin started the confrontation. Should he have lost his life? I don't think so. At the same time, we can't lie and make it seem like Austin did not start the confrontation. He started it. He was the one that initiated. He put his hands on somebody for whatever purpose, whatever reason. He should not have done that. Period.
Correct.
Y'all need to stop this, man. It's just ridiculous.
Hey, easy. Well, people fail to realize, some of us, we grew up, right? And we bullied the bully. We never sat back and cheered the bully on. No, we bullied the bully. Why you messing with the kid with the pocket protector? I mean, I don't know what world some people come from. Hey, man, leave them alone.
Leave
You
them
know,
alone.
and that's leave them alone. And that's the same thing we would have said if it was in reverse. You went over there messing with this guy and you got what you got, you know, with a pumpkin head or whatever, right? But I'm like, man, come on, man. Don't judge us by what you think you've seen in your life. Cause we put ourselves in harm's way. Because man, the things could have ended bad for us too, bro. When we protecting others. That's what we do. And if we mutual combat and y'all both equal, we let you go, right? But we never let nobody go and attack somebody like that, bro. Come
Exactly.
on.
How many times? Exactly. Let me say this. Let me ask y'all this. This is what I want to know. Yo, Daryl, how many times have you seen a group of brothers together and someone picking on someone from another race or someone picking on someone much smaller, and then some people from the group be like, "Y'all, man, y'all chill out, man. Y'all stop. Y'all leave that person alone." How many times have you seen that, Daryl?
I've seen it a lot.
Yo, Crown, how many times have you seen it where someone be picking on somebody from another race or someone smaller or what they call nerdy and the group be like, yo, man, leave that if you don't leave them alone, we're gonna set it on you. Leave them alone.
It's called empathy, man. Black people have always been the subjected race, so they don't want to put that kind of subjugation on somebody else or allow it to happen, unless once you don't have an ability to stop it. So as a black man, you'll always want to see, helping a little old lady across the street, or if somebody's getting punked on or whatever, you just be like, yeah, come on, chill, da da da. But yeah, we feel it on a racial level, so we can empathize. And we could say that we don't want to be part of that shit. It's one of the
No
reasons
doubt.
why I couldn't vote for Trump, because of the whole genocide thing. It's random, but I'm just saying.
Now I hear you.
Empathy.
But this is the thing, man. Yo, Crown, man. We had this kid, Emilio. Emilio was in the cast. He was a white Puerto Rican kid, right? Real light Puerto Rican kid. Emilio don't never bothered a person. Emilio came to the block, yo, these cats tried to jump me. Everybody was like, yo, where? Niggas was messing with you? Where?
Talk
Went,
about it
went,
is.
went to the block. That was the worst jumping I've ever seen in my life. The kid that messed with Emilio. Like, yo,
God
they
damn.
mopped that dude for messing with Emilio. Cause Emilio was in the cash, little Spanish kid, don't never bother nobody,
Man.
don't never do nothing. But yo, Chi, that's you waving the back, bro. Put your camera on real fast. You can cam down. I just want to make sure that's you. Or just say something in the back. Say something in the back chat that I know it's you. Matter of fact, hold on real quick, Chi. I got you. Give me a second. I got you. Let me put crown thing. Give me a second, Chi, because I know you ain't you. Yo, Chi Ali, that you?
Yes, sir. You know I'm incog, man.
I got you. I just make sure it's you. Shout out to my
Okay.
man Chi K in the building. What's up, Chi Ali? What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Man, good, brother. How y'all brothers doing, man?
Hey,
Well,
hey, good afternoon to you, brother.
doing well.
Appreciate that. I got a question about this situation. How often do if like a group of white guys is beating on a black guy, how often do you see somebody really come in and be like, stop,
That's
stop,
a
you
good
know?
point. I don't think ever. Now a white woman would. A white woman be like, "Stop! Leave him alone, you busters." A white woman would jump in it, but
Right.
I
You
ain't
know what
really.
I'm saying?
I ain't never seen. But let me be honest. I've never seen in person white men jumping on a black man. I've never seen that in person. I pray I
So
never
it
see
just
it.
Me
happened.
either, Izzy.
Saint Patrick's Day. It just happened here in Chicago.
Word.
Uh, yeah. A brother went out St. Patrick's Day. I don't know what he was doing out there, but we like to we like to try to be included. Man, they beat him. Two of his fingers might have to be amputated.
Jesus.
A sister that I know, she took him to get some acupressure and puncture to try to save his fingers, man. But they beat the brother so bad that he trying to commit suicide. You know,
Wow. I'm
Man.
so we can't say that word though, brother. I'm sorry if you say self delete.
help me.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta,
I know. No, you can't say.
you
You
gotta
got.
call me one day. You gotta call me one day. Give me
Yeah,
the
yeah,
rules.
yeah. I mean, it'd be as it comes up, but I got you. But yeah, self deletion. Damn, man. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Damn,
Yeah, we took
damn.
him to.
So what was the circumstance? What happened? Like, what was he just out there
Uh,
and just whipped them because he was black? Or what happened?
nah, they got drunk. You know, they drink a lot on St. Patrick's Day. So he, I guess he walking down the street with his green on, and they said something to him like, "Why are you celebrating St. Patrick's Day?" And I think he had a small remark like, what I'm saying, like St. Patrick he was black or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't like that at all.
Damn.
So yeah,
yeah, Chicago, them cats is a little rough, man. You know, I was in the shot on the south side, and them dudes, they drive rough. They don't stop for those stop signs. they walk across the street even though cars is coming. They don't care. Yo, Chicago a little rough with the white people. I ain't gonna lie, they a little rough white people. I ain't gonna front.
The squirrels are rough here, man. You hear me? The squirrels will shoot
That's wild.
Yeah, I went out to eat with our peoples, right? I went out to eat to our people. They took me to a spot, right? And it was in the shot. And yo, that joke was crazy because the white people were so mean. They was not courteous or studious at all. They was not like welcoming. I wasn't used to that. The white people in the South be at least kind of friendly and kind and jovial and shit. Them white people was mad. They was not smiling. They was not trying to be helpful. None of that shit. I'm like, I ain't never eating there no more. You know what I'm saying?
People don't realize that headquarters for their group. I don't think I could say their group. I don't know.
Nah, that's probably not. Yeah, don't say.
Okay, the headquarters is in Indiana. The original headquarters.
Word.
People think it was in the South. Absolutely not. It was in Indiana.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What's up, Mr. Jason, man? Welcome. Go ahead.
So I'm trying to figure out how many times did we watch any videos where, a brother was getting beat, even Rodney King, and the officer say, "Hey, what's y'all?" They join in. You know what I'm saying? They come in, they get busy. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's a fair assessment.
All you gotta do is play that Rodney King video, man. But this is a question. Another question I got. Did you guys hear about that shooting at Florida State University?
Yeah, I haven't got any details of that just yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I've heard it through the break. I haven't got in great detail.
I'll send it to you, Izzy.
Okay, what's the main point?
They trying to get the backstory, but he was the son of a sheriff. Now I told you I went to Florida State and I went to Florida A&M. That city is one of the most R word city in I've ever been in my life. Even more.
You can say racist. You can say racist.
Yeah, it's one of the most racist cities I've ever lived in. Ever.
Really? Where Florida State is at?
Yeah, it's called Tallahassee. The city is Tallahassee.
Oh wow, Tallahassee's a real racist city.
What? My brother's still there. My brother got a note in front of his door the last week saying RIP.
What?
Yeah. So, but then another neighbor, he was moving in with his parents, right? His parents. Listen to this. So he was moving in. My brother's like 6'2", 240. He's a bodybuilder, right?
Yeah,
so,
no, a big dude.
Yeah. So the parent, not the son, the parent said, "Hey, are you for hire?" And my brother looked over like, "What do you mean? Are you for hire to help us move up the stuff?" And my brother politely said no, but as they were walking off, they were snickling. The parents, not the son. The parents, bro. So that place is so a kid of a sheriff, I don't know why, but he went on the campus and started capping people, man. Yeah, he just went on the campus and started capping people.
Was he a young brother or a young?
No, a young Pinkman, a young Pinkman.
Damn.
Yeah.
And he just started going and just capping everybody.
Capping white, black, just capping.
Dang.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, at school, at a university, how is that the wrong? I would think on the corner. You know what I'm saying? When somebody selling weed would be the wrong place.
No, these days, no, no. Yeah, mass shooting can happen anywhere.
Yeah, if you anywhere where there's a mass popping, yeah, that's definitely wrong place, wrong time, right? And then allegedly a brother in Houston, a high school student went and popped up 5 people. But I think they was all messing with him though. That's the difference. Like that's the difference between us and the other group. When we go for the people who mess with us, they go for everybody. Like, I don't like you. Look like somebody used to bother me. Like, what?
Pow, pow, pow. Them up.
Exactly.
They of course
They hell.
they didn't shoot him. Of course, they apprehended him. Probably took him to McDonald's. You know, who knows? Yeah.
That ain't Dylan Roof. Damn, I don't know how they took that man. That's crazy. That's
Bro, we have to reevaluate where we're actually at as brothers for real. Because I think that we don't really know where we're at. This is not Disney World, man. When they take a person that do something of a heinous crime to McDonald's, bro.
yeah. That gives you a good idea of what we dealing with. That's real. But then they want to make everything about race. Like we look through everything through a racial lens. And like I was saying, the one thing that I agree with that brother from the Ashton Network is, yo, as black people, especially as black men, we don't have to look at things through a racial lens. Everything that deals with us, generally speaking, is going to be viewed through a racial lens, especially when it comes to your money and your career. Like my brothers, we got successful brothers in here. We got my brothers a doctor and daggone architects and all types of stuff and engineers and yo, they have to face all kinds of discrimination just to practice basic practice, even to their own people that look at them like they're less qualified because of the color of their skin. And that shit is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a mind manipulation technique. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't even pay attention to stuff when people say it like you look at everything through. I don't even listen to that, man, for real.
Nah,
That's
no,
just
but they try to call us race baiters. They try to call us race baiters because we was trying to defend the young brother Carmelo Anthony, but we're not defending him because he's black. We're defending him because people call him an animal, people call him a hooligan, people call him a thug and a gangster. And we like, no, this young brother is a good student. This young brother's a good young man. He helped save. Did you know he helped save somebody's life, Chi? The brother helped save somebody's life.
we don't have to see. We have to always prove ourselves to
That's a
them.
good point.
When you see what I'm saying, we have to always plead with them. He's this. He's an honorable mention student. Look, look, bro. This
To be
is the
seen as a regular human being, right?
right. So even when you get pulled over by the cops, you know what I'm saying? Where do you work at? Do you work? Where are you coming from? Yeah, you got to prove yourself just to live life to these individuals. But the thing is, it's not about what surrounds the situation. Okay, it's the situation in itself. Because when he goes into the courtroom, you know, of course they're going to try to pull out things from his life to make him look good. But the law is about the current situation that has occurred. Okay. Really and truthfully, all of the other stuff that they bring up, he was an honorable mention student or he was previously a juvenile detention center, all of that stuff should be not submitted in court legally. It's about the only the situation that occurred, what happened. He was defending himself, defending his life, and that's it.
Right, but you know, they
Unfortunately, it's not the way the world works. Go ahead.
right. No, you gotta stand. Yeah, they gonna mention everything. They mentioned from the Go Send Go money to what is that? But his dad is a good dude, so they can't attack his dad's character. His mom is a good mom, so they can't attack the mom's character. So now they got to be buying Jordans and Escalades and shit with the Go Send Go money, and they ain't even get the money yet. It's crazy. It's just insane.
Yeah, we don't teach our children enough about race and racism. We take them to Disney World, we let them play basketball, we take them to football practice, but on the other side, they teach their children racial politics. They teach them, they teach them everything before they get a certain age. I think as parents, we need to start informing our children uh, where they're at and so that they can grow up with the proper perspective on reality, you know.
But you don't think that kind of places a damper or kind of a ceiling in the mind of a child that is usually unlimited, right? You don't think that places certain limitations in their mind
The limitation that's
unnecessary.
the limitation that's placed on their mind is the fact that the parents decided to conceive him in the United States of America. If you wanted him,
There you go. Boy, you trying to start some shit, boy.
no,
You trying to start some shit, boy.
If you wanted his mind to be unlimited, go to South Africa or go to Tanzania.
Shit,
No.
if you want to be wait, hold on, Chief, hold on. Hey, Chief, hold
Let me
on,
land. Can
Chief,
I
hold
land?
on.
Can I land? Can I land? Can
No,
I
give me
land?
1 second, Chief. I got you. Give me 1 second. Let me tell
Okay.
my joke. Because we got this guy named Cash Kid Even, who was just in the back, who's from Tanzania, and that didn't land well. So go ahead.
What's up? What's
Womp
his deal?
womp womp womp.
Because
What's his deal?
he's very ignorant to what's
Oh.
going on. Like, you know shit.
Okay. Well, the thing is, man, we got to know where we're at geographically, politically, psychologically. And we can't. My brother works in the prison system, and man, he goes around to different prisons, man. He said he called me last night. He was almost crying. And I never heard my brother cry. I said, "What's the problem, man?" He said, "Bro, it's all us in there, bro. It's all us in every prison." And I'm like, "Why do you think that is?" I think he said because he said when you talk to them, they wake up in prison. They wake up to what reality is in jail behind them. But it's too late. They're in there. So if you don't prepare your child, like Tupac's parents, they prepared him for reality, and that information that they gave him allowed Tupac to soar past a lot of things. But if they have to find out abruptly by being pulled over and called the N word, then it's like, what the heck? I ain't prepared for this. I don't even have a mechanism to deal with this. So no, you gotta tell your children, man. You gotta teach them so that when they are in these situations, they could just go right past it.
Man, I don't know. I don't know if Tupac is the best example either, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I would.
Why is that?
Because of all the trials and tribulations that Tupac faced, from incarceration to early deletion to, you know what I'm saying, living a life.
Wait. Did you say early deletion? No, you can't say that.
Yeah.
She
That's not to be
died at 24. What are we talking
that's
What
about?
you mean?
that's not to be determined by man. Okay. That's
Wow.
not
But
no, that's not.
but Chief. But this is the thing. I understand what you're saying in an esoteric type way. At the same time, the thing about it is, one could argue the things that he talked about and the life that he lived is what brought to his young demise, right? You know what I'm saying? The thug life, the glorification of that culture, the threatening, the violence, the whatever the case may be. One could argue is that what's led to him passing away at a young age, right? Is that not
Uh,
the case?
the truth of the matter is he did pass away at a young age. That's the truth. But
Right.
the way you choose to look at it is the way it's going to be remembered. So if Izzy Bands chooses to create that narrative, when people comes to Izzy Band's channel, that's how they're going to see Pop. But if you say you could change, you could flip it and say, hey, most pharaohs die young. Or you can say, hey, when your mission is accomplished here, then you go to the next level. So there's different.
Only two pharaohs died young, Chief.
No,
King
no.
Tutankhamun, it was only two
How
pharaohs that
how
died young.
can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
How many pharaohs are you aware of?
Probably 40.
Okay, so behind the scenes, you got to go research how many pharaohs uh, uh, existed in those times.
Right, but I'm talking about I know 40 by name and by era and by genealogy. I probably know 100 by genealogy, but I know
What? You know
40.
100 by name?
No, I said by genealogy. I didn't say
Oh, okay.
because you gotta remember the Ramses. So in other words, right? The Ramses, there were lots of Ramses. There were lots of there were 15 Ptolemies. You see what I'm saying? So that accounts for a large number of, you know what I mean? So you gotta
Well,
understand that.
Yosef ben Yochanan, he taught that over 65% of pharaohs died probably like before 50. So,
Right. Okay.
uh,
So our definition of young is different. I would argue that 24 is young. I would argue that 50 is not young.
Well, the man's Pac's spirit was mature. We can agree on that.
Yeah, but not to go at no 24 years old.
That's not to be determined by you, though. That's what I'm trying to say. That's you don't get to determine that. Who gets to determine that? That's another good question, right?
Obviously, the creator determines when we go and when we don't go, right? The
Okay.
creator of all things, right?
Okay.
At the same time, with that being said, it's just like, though, I do think that we can help along the process, right? We could go before our time by the life that we live. We could go a little earlier than was predestined. I believe that.
That that's interesting. I was studying this psychologist from Stanford. I forgot his name, some white boy, but he's one of the leading psychologists in the world. And he said there is he said there is no nothing's everything is predestined based off circumstances and situations. And he said that's how they're building that master computer that can predict future events because
oh shit.
Yeah.
The minority report. You got the minority report.
Jesus Lord.
Hey, man.
Crowd about to
Cruise
get
over here. Like,
crowd about to get my home.
Minority Report. Hey, look, how many times have we seen something on these movies that is actually being manifested in real life?
I mean, a lot of times, obviously, but at the same time, what's up, Stan? What's going on?
Hey man, real quick, I want to give you your flowers and my man Crown. See, because a lot of people, man, they experience things in their life. I mean, and we act like that didn't exist, man. I joined the military, man, when they can call you whatever they wanted to call you. Time you sit at the table, and everybody that looked like the ones that's doing the work, right, didn't look like you, right, and they just plugged them in. But I just meant, but I that's where I wanted to go to. But I want to go to what the young gentleman was saying. I like, man, go play in traffic in I-95. Drink some bleach, man. You can speed up your time clock. I mean, man, you do reckless behavior, man, it speeds everything up. I mean, I'm like, wow, isn't you hit on something? Man, you can speed it up. Be reckless, be rude to everybody. And you're gonna go do all these things that we did when we was in our youth. And
Smoke
that's why I
cigarettes.
give you Crown and Izzy, I give y'all flowers, man. We really trying to figure it out. We talk about all the problems, but every time we try to get to a solution, everybody keeps saying, leave it alone. But Google this guy's name, um, Jerome Huey. And when you hear that story, and that was 11 years after Emmett Till,
Oh, wow.
just a teaser. The guy, family already had a store, but it was failing, and so he went to sundown towns, right? And he went to go get a job, do an interview, and then a bunch of people that look like us, they beat him to death, right? Well, they beat him and they put him in the hospital. 2 days later, he died. Man, we keep acting like these things don't happen. We're not trying to relive the past. We're just trying to make sure it don't happen to you, weak guys. Because we didn't teach our children to be out there fisticuffs and brass knuckles and all that. It's like,
Wait,
man, what is the solution?
What was the story again? I'm sorry.
Jerome Huey.
And he
Jerome.
had a store somewhere. What was it?
No, his family had a store and he went to go get a job.
Mm-hmm.
And when he went there to get the job while he was waiting for the bus after the interview, he got attacked. And that was 11 years after Emmett Till.
But you said by who though? Who attacked him? You said a bunch of people that look like us.
Well, come on, man. I'm not doing that to Izzy Channel, man. Come on, man.
Don't look like us. He's trying to tell
you. He said don't. He said
yeah,
don't.
He's speaking coded language.
No. I didn't hear the don't part.
Don't look like us.
Don't look like us.
You know, so in Izzy's profession that he did, because I talked to Izzy, and what Crown has done and what I've done, we just kept punching through, right? And kept helping. I mean, man, we don't have the time to sit back and make excuses. And and the conversations, and Izzy, thank you for fostering the stuff yesterday. That, man, we got to all just, can we get to the solution? We done named all the problems, right? Can we get to the solution?
No doubt. Let me read these.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Bandit Romello 747. Thank you for the $5. And Gary, everyone knew that they didn't go south of the city limits. Crown Point is 20 minutes away. Now, nothing but black people there. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. My guy Calvin Cook, $5. Thank you. I date low hanging fruit, and you mad because of her race. I thought you was happy for me. I'm dating. Okay, what's it? You okay? Okay. Shout out to Miss Lockhart. Thank you, Miss Lockhart. She said, "Love the hustle." Just supporting you. Thank you so much. Because of these three wonderful people, we only need 12 more people. 12 more people, at least $5 a piece to help us reach our goal. Help us reach our goal today. I appreciate you. Let me celebrate them real quick, and we gotta talk about some solutions. What are some solutions to the to the Wheezy and Thomas problem?
You already said one of the solutions. I already
Wait,
said it.
hold on. Let me celebrate them real quick. Let me celebrate that. I got you.
Thanks, man.
Make money, make money. When shit hit the fan, we'll take money.
Hope you don't mind if I say this out loud. How wonderful life is, 'cause you're in the world.
I love you. 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 I appreciate y'all. Go ahead, family. What are you saying?
Yeah, I already said. I don't know. Well, I said to teach your children the truth, man, at a young age, man. Like, why are we not preparing our children for living in America? And your response was, well, is that going to dampen their horizon, bro?
I
Say
think
specifically what the truth is, bro.
Well, we're specifically talking about our relationship with the other race in this country and how we should approach relating with them, what defense mechanisms we need to put up, spending habits, uh, behavior patterns when interacting with this race that has been violently treating us in a violent way since the beginning of America.
But how? How do they do it?
Well, out of
Mm-mm.
respect for the channel, like you said previously, bro, we
Yeah,
don't. I don't want to
yeah.
go
Let's
into
go
more
that
type
route.
of detail.
Oh yeah, man,
No, I'm
we'll
not
talk in the
beefing. I'm
back
just
when
like
you
I
go
don't
down.
agree. So you could have your thing. I'm just not agreeing with you.
No,
But
no,
listen.
no, no. I'm talking about that. No, it's talking about going into detail. But go ahead, Crown.
Oh,
What are your thoughts on it, Crown?
I hear what he's saying. Don't get me
Mm-hmm.
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same token, every time I thought that way, I made less money. And
Mm-hmm.
when it is that I started to see everybody as human, now don't get me wrong, there is definitely white black issues and racism and all that stuff. You get no pushback from me on that. But this thing of we always just need to only stay around black people and rep for everything black and this, that, and the third, and you don't wanna expand your horizons. You don't wanna see the humanity in other people and not recognize that part of your growth needs to come from the fact that you're willing to interact with anybody. At that point, like that's when money really started to take off for me. When I saw everybody as a possibility of making some sort of connection. This way that we just like to stay around black people all the time and just automatically assume that white people that we interact with are going to be racist or they are going to use the system against me and this, that, and the third. Again, I hear it, I've seen it, but most of the times when I found myself thinking that way, I was losing money. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I think you took it a step further than what I actually meant. I didn't. I mean, we've been interacting with them since the beginning of America, my brother. I
But you're
don't.
using the word them. It's not a them. They are people too. And this is what I'm saying. This this
Okay,
this is what I'm
okay,
reacting.
okay. What's your nationality?
Here we go. I'm Trinidadian. I was born and raised in
So
Trinidad. Came here at 16.
why did you say here we go? What was that about?
Just ask your previous question. Let's go back to that.
No, that's very important because that means that you have a preconceived notion of where the conversation is going to go. So that's very
That's an
important.
assumption. That's an
So
assumption.
because I asked you the question first and you didn't want to answer it. So I made my assumption because I asked you first to give you a chance to answer it.
Dude, what are you trying to say, man?
I'm asking you, what did you mean by here we go?
I forgot. Let's continue on to something else.
So we got to because I can see this is another problem. Communication, right?
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to communicate directly with someone and they have a shield or some type of guard and we can't get past that. So that's showing that the differences that we have, we can't get past those differences. So he said, just move on to
No.
another.
You're missing it. You're missing it. I'm not reacting to the fact that we have a difference in communication. I'm reacting to the fact that you're being really condescending. That's what I'm reacting to. I'm really
How am
trying
I
to be
being
nice with you.
condescending?
But right, see what I mean? Dude, just go ahead, man. Go ahead. Do your thing. Just act absent-minded. Go ahead. I'm not
Okay.
the one. I'm not the one. Leave me alone.
Okay. It's attitude. Another thing. So in
Hey,
conversation, when somebody has an attitude, you can't get nowhere either. So
Right, I got
obviously,
but cheat. Hold on real
no,
quick.
no, 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 no. Let me get it out. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave.
You
I'm
don't
gonna
have to
leave.
leave. You don't have to leave. What you
No, no,
talking
no,
about?
no, no, no. Because I
I
can.
was,
What I'm seeing is this, right? This is the difference that I'm saying.
but you don't have to
In
leave, brother.
community, no. But listen, I gotta go
He's
anyway. In
literally proving
commu
my point.
in communication, right? The goal of communication is to get somewhere, right? It's to get somewhere. So what we want to try to do is we want to try to listen to one another, whether we disagree or not, listen to one another, think about what the other person is saying, not try to have any preconceived notions. That's why I asked him a question because I don't want
It's
to
how you answer it. That's the
draw my
question.
own conclusion of his expression. So we have to learn communication. That's the first step. We have to do
Yo,
better
I'm
in
a grown
communication.
man. How you gonna tell me to to learn
I'm
communication?
talking to
Based
is.
on what? Based on your status of communication? What do you mean by that?
I'm talking to is, but if you want me
Oh,
to
come
address you,
on.
your
Whatever, dude.
body language, your
Don't yeah,
attitude,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
is let
okay.
me know when I
Okay.
can go.
your
all right.
body language and your attitude is confrontational.
Sure.
So
This is
so
let me show you
so
confrontational.
so see, statement after statement, it
Yeah. No,
shows.
no, no. I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you. I have a problem. I have a serious problem when it comes to confrontation. My bad.
There you
Crown.
go. There you go. So there you go. Somebody else wanted to say something.
Yo, Stan, what's up? What did you want to say, Stan?
Hey man, this is what I'm saying, man. I and I've been working on my property and other properties, right? And I never asked
Appreciate
them
the
where
chief.
they
Much love
I
too,
never
bro.
I never asked them where they came from. It's man, we were supposed to be talking about solutions, so it started off with asking somebody where they're from. So I'm gonna reach out to you is and Crown what I'm doing here, and maybe we can do it other places, right? It's like, man, I'm like, man, why you asking somebody where they from? I'm like, man, the guy's here and he contributing and he doing what he gotta do. I thought it was solutions, not asking somebody where they're from. That's like, hey, is can't deal with you because you was from New York. Man, this is always our barrier. And when we realize that the people that they think is ruling this country, they don't look like us, you right. Because they circulate their money all the way around. And Crown, thank you for breaking that down. So every time I try to go that way, man, I made less money. And Crown, you laid it down, and then now you got to get hit with where you from. What does
But
that matter?
and,
Go ahead,
and and
Crown.
this is exactly what I was trying to say. Like I knew where this was going. And this is exactly the reason why it is that we as a people can't get anywhere. Because the moment instead of us coming together and just saying, all right, how is it that we can help this kid? No, it's on some, oh, you must be from a different country, so therefore you don't want. I have literally spent more time in this country than I have in anywhere else. My thought process is completely American, but I have an accent. Okay, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Like, dude, it is. Yeah, it is what it is, man.
Hey,
It is what it
Izzy,
is.
we'll link up. Hey, Izzy, hit me up and we'll link up a conversation what I'm doing here. And because I got a structural engineer background, man, and people building properties, and I'm been writing business plans for other people here. But I want us, man, to be able to take advantage of what's really happening in America, right? Just like in 2009, 2010, the market went down and everybody was buying properties for pennies on the dollar. Everybody, hey, Izzy, you remember everybody used to dance around talking about their bitcoins and all that, and you showing on the screen. You
Yeah,
notice they haven't been showing that.
yeah, because it's slack. It's slack now. Bitcoin
Right.
is
And guess
down.
what? But
Bitcoin
the
is down.
wealthy people went and bought all those shares. And
Mm.
I want to much rather talk about that, man, than the other things, man. Asking somebody where they're from, that's rude and that's disrespectful to me, in my opinion. However, I fought for the world. You see, I don't ask nobody where they're from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, come on, man. Man, Crown has always been solid, man. Always been a solid brother, man, and I respect you. And it's you know how we do. But I'm like, man, come on, man. You said we talking about solutions. Where you from? Um,
Yeah, I don't think he meant it like that. At the same time, I could see I was trying to mitigate it, but when he cut me off, I
It's
just let
on
it go.
me.
He
Is I
cut me
got a
off. So
problem. Is it's cool. It's me. I got a problem. I booted him. You don't have to try and defend it. No, 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 no. I have a problem. I am sorry. Is I have a compulsion. It's just
Nah, you
sometimes
don't
it
have
just
to. Hey, listen, don't never apologize to me. Spend no money with me, brother. Yo, you crazy? Don't you ever apologize to me and spend no money with me. That's crazy. I appreciate it. And let me read these real quick. Hey, shout out to I appreciate you. Thank you very much again. Shout out to Calvin Cook for the $2. Said racism is high interest rates with A1 credit. Yo, that's crazy. Shout out to now that's true though. That's true. That's systematic, is what he's getting at. Shout out to OG Sigma, because if you don't agree with people that look like you get ashamed. No, that's not what it is, though. That's not what it is, and that's not what it is. Both things that you said is not what it is. I mean, maybe AM is on point a lot of the time. That doesn't mean that he's right all the time. Does that make sense? Shout out to Bandit Romello 747 said, them Brownsville people, oh my. Yeah, I'll take offense to that. Hey, shout out to the Lockhart Perspective said, but in all fairness, by 16 years old, you thought process based on your surroundings? Yes, it is. And you were not
no,
here, and the struggles here were a lot different.
no.
Well, no, 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 no. I think that's in his particular. You got to understand New York, being that it is the melting pot, especially Brooklyn, that it is, and how on top of each other, pause, that we live. We like, yo, you grow up real fast. Even as a kid, in certain situations, you grow. I'm way more advanced than a lot of people because of how I grew up and having to fend for myself in a lot of adult situations at a young age. Yeah, I can't say that Crown think that much different than us. I mean, because they never looked at him. He looked like me. They ain't never look at him as no foreigner. Until I mean, you know what I'm saying? They, trust and
It's
believe.
okay, man. It's okay.
They ain't yo, trust and believe. He was a New Yorker. He was a black kid in New York, and he got treated as such. I'm willing to good and guarantee you. That's just how that goes. I promise you. Miss Bella said, "Child Stan is stuck in liberal democratic mindset. Don't do my man like that. No, he not. Leave Stan alone, Miss Bella."
Why am just Bella like that, yo?
Shout out to Miss Bella. No, he said he was back home until he was 16. Shout out to Miss Locker. I appreciate it. I mean, listen, I just know how it is to grow up, how we grew up, and I know that, like, yo, I'll be willing to put my money on a lot of the mindset that Crown has is the same mindset that I have, and it's like because of our environment and the time that we grew up there. It don't really, because a lot of the stuff that worked in Trinidad don't work in Brooklyn. It's just he had to adopt the whole. You go ahead. You can speak for yourself. I ain't gonna speak for you. Go ahead.
say it again. Say that part again.
No, I'm gonna let him speak for himself. Go ahead, Crown.
Go ahead, Crown.
Listen, I was in New York when 9/11 happened. That's when I knew that I was officially like in New York, New York. I've been there about a year or so before that, but I officially became part of New York on 9/11, and going through that as a kid in high school, and then afterwards, um, being in New York for years after that, even doing like up to grad school in Brooklyn, working in a lot of Brooklyn communities. Like most of my mindset is Brooklyn. I don't have a Trinidadian mindset. I like going to Trinidad every now and again because carnival is cool and pretty girls and alcohol. It's fun, but to say that my thinking, my passport is American. I don't even go in the Trinidad passport line. I go in the American passport line because that's what my passport is. So yeah, this thing about where you're from, like I don't really take offense to it, but what really ticked me off with him was that he was just on some I don't know what it is that I'm doing type shit. And I'm like, come on, man, you know what you're doing. So whatever.
Yeah, I don't, and this is the thing, and y'all know this about me. I've been consistent ever since I came up here. I don't like the FBA tether conversation.
I
I
don't.
don't like it. I
I
don't
don't
like
like it either.
no matter who does it, no matter when it comes up, y'all know I always stand away from that. I don't like it because the truth of the matter is a lot of us come from the same circumstances situation. We need each other. Now, I also don't like, which Crown doesn't do to his credit. He don't try to tell a lot of conversations Crown sits out of. I don't know if y'all realize this, but a lot of conversations, if he feels like yo, he can't add to it, he'll sit out the conversation. I've seen him that he say, yo, well, that don't really apply to me,
I
or
can't
nah,
relate.
I
Exactly.
can't relate, right? And he'll just sit out the conversation. That's one thing I know about Crown for the almost 3 years that I've been knowing him. If he don't feel like he has anything to add, if he don't have any experience in it, he'll sit out. He don't have a lot of the parenting conversations because like, yo, I'm not a parent, so I can't really add to that, right? He don't have there's a lot of conversations that Crown like, yo, I'll sit this one out, or I'll get back with you, or whatever the case may be. So I know for a fact, like, a lot of the things that we talk about, a lot of things that we deal with, that he speaks on, that he has a lot to say about, that means that he's experienced it and he has a lot of knowledge in that particular subject. Because he's definitely the type of person, if he don't know about it, if he don't have no experience about it, he ain't gonna speak on it. So that's one thing I know. Well, I mean, technically, I guess I am. I've never been to Trinidad. I mean, I was told my dad is Trinidadian. I never met him, but yo, I mean, I guess I am. But hold on real quick. I've never been to Trinidad. I don't know any of my family from Trinidad. My dad was a New Yorker like Crown. Crown is a New Yorker. Crown is an American. He's from Trinidad, but he has his American citizenship. My father did too. So I mean, when y'all say what you're saying, my father wasn't married to my mama, never had a relationship with my mama. If you want me to be honest, I probably shouldn't tell her business. She'd probably get mad. But he ain't never had no relationship with her. So the truth of the matter is, it wasn't like I was he was a tether by y'all definition, or I'm a tether baby. That's not what it is. My father was a New Yorker that happened to be from Trinidad, like Crown. Crown is a New Yorker, an American citizen that happens to be from Trinidad. That's just what it is. And my mama damn sure is from Trinidad. I mean, from America. My mom's from America, from New York City, from Brooklyn, New York City, born and raised, born and bred. So, hey, it is what it is. Shout out to my guy, Chike. He said, I like Crown, but that other dude is on emotional teddy bear. Yo, chill out, Chike. Come on, man. Don't do that.
That's fine.
He said he's talking about Stan, but let's don't do that. Stan ain't no teddy bear at all.
Yeah,
Let's
man,
don't do
you
that.
crazy. You
Yeah,
watch how I move, man.
yeah. Stan ain't no teddy
I'm
bear.
being nice. I'm trying to be nice and polite because I
Listen,
can.
Stan is a 35-year-old Army veteran. Chill out, please don't get Stan started. Hey, shout out to Calvin Cook $5. How you gonna jump? How you get jumped for walking in the mall with Becky? Where's where's the racism? Yo, Calvin, you tripped. I appreciate you. Because of Calvin, we just need 10 more people. These followers, please. Y'all help us reach our goal. Help us reach Chike. Shoot me some money, man. Help us reach our goal, man. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
It don't matter what the situation. I'm just tryna climb any obstacle a nigga facing. See it through in due time. It's a marathon, you gotta pace it. You can't press rewind, you get left behind. Just grind and the rest be fine, 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 fine. No matter what the situation.
Hey, shout out to Bishop JJ, man. He said I have Hispanic in my family, Connecticut. I respect all, except for FBAs. I seen you in the chat wilding out talking about FBAs and women and all this other stuff. What you talking about, man? Shout out to my guy Bishop JJ, man. Who you want me to remove? Stan Autry, Trucker Yell coming through with the shoddy. He just wants you to support the show. He just
Yeah.
wants you to support the show.
Let me go down in the chat. I think I got about 10 of them.
Hey, support the show, Trucker. Yeah, thank you, man. Shout out to Trucker. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Chike. Yeah, the guy in the purple jacket is Crown. Y'all wildin'. Hey, what's up, Treese? How you doing, sis? Shout out to Treese in the building. Let me see. Respect the money. You know we respect the money around here. Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
There you go, Izzy. In 7 months, you're gonna have a lot of poor people around.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's not
shit.
that's not good. Jesus, Jimmy the Crickets. Damn, damn, Stan. I hope I'm not one of them. That's all I can say.
No, we won't be.
Yeah, I didn't vote for Trump, but I'm looking at the stock market right now.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, my stuff.
My IRA, all my investments. I'm looking at. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, my crypto, my stock. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We ain't doing great. We ain't doing great right now. Hey, Chi, I think you got boop, boop, 20. You got like 8 more minutes, Chi. 8 more minutes, you could come back up. Shout out to my guy, Chi K.
You heard Crown. He said,
Hey, bro, Mr. J. Man said, bruh. He said, you Negroes and your FBAs are lost. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Shout out to Headlines with a Voice said, in all fairness, I think he is mentioning your nationality because it does have a lot to do with your thought process. Only if you're like fresh off the boat and you are ingrained. Yo, what y'all gotta understand is New York has a culture all of its own. Most New Yorkers are ingrained in the New York culture, whether you be Jamaican, whether you be Trinidadian, whether you be Haitian, whether you be Dominican, whether you be Puerto Rican. I just told you a story of little Emilio. He's family from Puerto Rico. He's Puerto Rican. But little Emilio was from the block. He from SSP. So he rep SSP, and so he was held down for SSP. That's what it was. He's from the Hill. So it's a whole different culture. So, I mean, yeah, sometimes different people look at different things for way. Like if you grew up in Chinatown, if you grew up in Little Haiti, or if you grew up in, you know what I'm saying? They don't really got a Puerto Rican town, I'll be honest with you. But I mean, be real with you. That's why when you get a Fat Joe or somebody like that, they're so closely connected to us. They ain't got no Puerto Rican, little Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is Puerto Rico. They ain't got no little Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is Dominican Republic. Right, Crown? I mean, they got a little, little hat place, you know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah, it's not. It's mostly just Crown Heights is mostly West Indians.
Yeah, that's just, So they, but anyway.
It's just a mix. It doesn't really matter.
Hey, Izzy, I'm going to drop down because I don't want to get shot. But I just want to tell you this. If people heard what Crown was saying and what you were saying, we think a certain way. We're doing FBA and all that stuff. You hear anybody else do that? The people that understand the world, that money circulates around the world. Now, how can we grab it so we can build stuff in our community? And that's what Crown is saying. And I'm like, everybody shooting at, oh, where you from? Or you, Izzy, say, hey man, I got this certification or whatever. Why don't we grab that out of the atmosphere? Man, the people that we think is in charge and that's ruling us, man, their money goes around the world, man. That's the only way we can get the money. And that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing about it. We the only ones sit up there, hotel, it's like this and that. You do this. Oh, come on, bro. The Moors and all, cool. You can believe in your faith. That's fine, man. We're not even talking about religion, but man, can we reason together? Can we come up with something and grab the
Right.
money? Because the monies are obviously spinning around. That's what Crown was trying to say earlier. And then he got asked, "Where you from?" Is
Yeah,
you
it's
do it all the time and you talk and you's like, how can we make things better? Some people think resume mean resume. We got talented people that come on here all the time. Can we grab that together and make something better? I'll land the plane there, bro. And salute to both of y'all.
I salute to you. Hey, Raj will say you're a latchkey kid. I was. I was a latchkey kid. I'm not anymore. Were you talking about me? You FBAs are scared if you FBAs are scared if your woman admitted, Nick. Who are you talking to? Jermaine Dupri? Jermaine, Jermaine. Who are you talking to? Why are you talking about FBA? What's wrong with y'all? Why don't y'all find a way to get closer together instead of separating based on like these sets, man? This shit is ridiculous. Shout out to Coach Ferg. F where you're from, where you at, literally and figuratively. Yeah, figuratively is more so. Yo, dude named FBA is in the chat. All right, but I mean, shout out to FBA. Is it FBA Cali or FBA Call? I don't know, but I can't see. Let me grab my glasses.